Have you ever wondered how vast our Milky Way really is? To truly understand its immense size, we first need to grasp the staggering distances between the planets in our own solar system. This is just the beginning. Beyond it lies a scale so vast that it dwarfs everything within our cosmic neighborhood. Our first stop is surprisingly close yet profoundly significant, our own moon. Positioned about 384,400 kilometers from Earth, this distance may seem enormous to us, but it's only a tiny step on the cosmic scale. Imagine boarding an airplane traveling at 1,000 kilometers per hour. A direct flight to the moon would take around 16 days of non-stop travel to reach the lunar surface. Light, moving at unimaginable speeds, takes just 1.28 seconds to cross this distance. This creates a noticeable communication delay of about 2.5 seconds for a message to travel back and forth, which is enough to disrupt the flow of conversation, making real-time communication tricky. But this delay becomes even more significant as we look farther into space. Take Mars, for example. The red planet, at its closest approach to Earth, is about 56 million kilometers away. If an airplane could somehow sustain a direct flight to Mars, it would take about 6 years to reach it. Light takes roughly 3 minutes to cross that distance, causing at least a 6-minute delay for a round-trip message. In space exploration, where timing is everything, such a delay isn't just inconvenient, it can be critical. Now, to clarify a point often misunderstood, the distance between the Sun and Earth, about 150 million kilometers, is known as 1 astronomical unit. This distance is not constant, as Earth's orbit is elliptical. That means the distance between the Earth and Sun changes throughout the year. At its closest, known as perihelion, Earth is about 147.1 million kilometers from the Sun, occurring a couple of weeks after the December solstice. At its farthest point, called aphelion, Earth is about 152.1 million kilometers away, occurring 2 weeks after the June solstice. Interestingly, Earth is farthest from the Sun during the Northern Hemisphere's summer. Many people are surprised by this since summer feels warmer, but the seasons are caused by Earth's tilt, not its distance from the Sun. Light, the fastest thing in the universe, takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel from the Sun to Earth. Venturing further out, we reach Neptune, the most distant planet from the Sun, about 4.5 billion kilometers away, or 30 astronomical units. At this distance, sunlight takes around 4 hours to reach Neptune. When Neptune and Earth align on the same side of the Sun, the distance narrows slightly to about 4.3 billion kilometers. If an airplane traveled at 1,000 kilometers per hour toward Neptune, the trip would take roughly 490 years. This incredible number shows just how immense our solar system really is. Beyond Neptune's orbit lies a realm filled with dwarf planets, the most famous being Pluto, located around 39 astronomical units from the Sun. Even so, this region doesn't mark the true edge of our solar system. That boundary is defined by the heliopause, the final frontier where the Sun's influence ends, and interstellar space begins. Beyond it lies material and plasma from other stars, not our own. Crossing the heliopause takes us from the familiarity of the solar system into the vastness of interstellar space. The nearest star to our Sun, Proxima Centauri, is located about 40 trillion kilometers away, or roughly 270,000 astronomical units. The distances here are so enormous that they challenge our imagination. Within the Milky Way, the average distance between stars is about 316,000 astronomical units, showing how truly vast our galaxy is. Take Betelgeuse, for instance, one of the largest known stars. Its diameter surpasses the orbits of Mars and even Jupiter around the Sun, nearly 700 times larger than our Sun, about 1 billion kilometers wide. It's located roughly 650 light-years away, yet it's bright enough to be seen in the night sky. To put such distance into perspective, think about a moderately active person who walks about 6 kilometers a day, taking around 7,500 steps. For most of human history, the average life expectancy was around 24 years. Over a lifetime, this person would walk around 50,000 kilometers. If we multiply that by the estimated 117 billion humans who have ever lived, the total distance walked by humanity adds up to over 6 quadrillion kilometers. If each human passed a baton to the next, walking their lifetime distance, the combined effort would reach Betelgeuse, and yet that massive journey would still cover less than 1% of our galaxy. If we continued this thought experiment, it would take humanity nearly 2.8 trillion years to walk from the Sun to Betelgeuse. These numbers are so far beyond everyday life that they're almost impossible to imagine. The Milky Way itself spans about 100,000 light-years across. While we can express this number mathematically, truly understanding what it represents is beyond human experience. To help make sense of this unimaginable size, imagine compressing the entire Milky Way down to the size of Earth, which is about 12,742 kilometers in diameter. This would scale the galaxy down by 74 trillion times. In this scaled-down model, our Sun, normally about 1.4 million kilometers wide, would shrink to less than the width of a human hair, around 18 micrometers. In this tiny version of the Milky Way, Proxima Centauri, our closest neighboring star, would be only about half a kilometer away from our miniature Sun. Meanwhile, Betelgeuse, one of the largest and brightest stars we can see from Earth, would sit about 80 kilometers away in this scaled-down galaxy. The Milky Way, stretching 100,000 light-years from end to end, is a cosmic realm so vast it challenges human comprehension. The last time light completed its journey across our galaxy, our ancient ancestors were still hunter-gatherers on Earth, unaware of the grand cosmic dance unfolding above them. And yet, as massive as our galaxy is, it's just one among roughly 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. Each of those galaxies, with their own stars, planets, and perhaps life, contributes to the endless story of existence, making our universe a place of infinite worlds and infinite wonder.